Taking my day off. Ooh. Come spend the day with me on my day off. Starting off with a beach walk with Ruby. Then we're going to go to the gym and train. I stubbed my toe on Tuesday and it really hurts. It's now Thursday. It feels bruised. I have arthritis in my toes, and so if you know about toes, they hurt when you stub them, but when you have arthritis in your toes, it's like you've broken your toe. But first, get dressed. These are the Blaze, LSKD Blaze shorts. I got them because I am obsessed with the Bend shorts that I have in Cayenne. And these are even softer, so comfy. Same thing as with the Bend shorts. If you are worried about people seeing your underwear lines, you want to get some seamless, no-show underwear. I have the LSKD underwear, which works perfectly under that. We're going to pair it with my favorite Pursue Agile. I can't remember which one it is. I'll link it anyways. Gonna wear this guy. I think that's a good little color combo. I think that matches. I think that's a nice little color combo. Whenever I put my hat on or my walking the dog shoes, Ruby knows. Don't you?
What have you got?
Okay, so we just finished our walk at the beach. Ruby met a couple of little chihuahuas that were adorable. Now we're at the gym, just done a little stretch and roll, and we're going to do some bars. And I'm going to run through my bar warm-up. It can help get your body and your muscles firing so that it doesn't take so long to warm up doing skills. And for me, it's about activating those weaker, stabilizing muscles so that they are firing and keeping my arms tracking where they should be and working the way they should be, so that my shoulders that are, doing the brunt of work on bars, so that my shoulders stay happy, not just for the bar session, but in the long run. First thing we're going to do is scat pulls. I have done these on and off for the last 7 years since I had my last shoulder dislocation. When I first started doing them, I might actually see if I could insert a video of what they look like when I first started doing them. It's wild how wonky my shoulders were, and also from my perspective, I didn't know where my shoulders were. I couldn't feel where they were, and I didn't know where they were supposed to be. Hopefully you'll see that they look quite symmetrical, and the definition in each of my shoulders is also quite similar, which is what we want. Ooh, the bar looks really high. Can I reach? Just. Okay. They go up, down, up, down. They go up, down, 5, turn. The urge to point my toes throughout that whole thing. Next up is banded pull downs. So we loop band over the bar. Oh, easier said than done. Okay, get the ball. Right, shoulders pressed down, arm nice and straight, and you pull down to your side. Let's see, if I stand this way you can see. So I want to think about having my shoulders even and those scapula, so your shoulder blades press down towards your bum. Band pulls down in a controlled manner and releases back up in a controlled manner. So we don't want to have the band coming down nice and strong, but then flicking back up. Big part of this exercise is controlling that second phase. I think I've got 2 more. We're doing 10. The other thing that I think is important is, you should be able to see it on this side, the back of my wrist is not flexed. So we've got a nice, and you'll notice I do this in a lot of my strength exercises and lifts. Back of the wrist is flat. The hand is nice and strong so that we've got a firm line. Slight bend in my elbow, so I don't have my elbow hyperextended like that. Elbow is rotated so that it's pointing out. My core is engaged, so you might have done a drill similar to this for kips, where you have 2 hands in the band and you pull down to your hips. So this is a shoulder stability and strength exercise that is also going to assist with kips, but we want to make sure your core is braced so that when we're pulling down, I can't even do it without an engaged core. Our body isn't moving really willy-nilly. You want to have everything controlled. Okay, I think that's more than 10. And then the last one is the good old wheel rollouts. I prefer to do these with a barbell, but I can't be bothered setting the barbell up. So I'm going to do it with a wheel, and I'm going to talk you through that. Righto. Next up, good old wheel rollouts. These are a classic ab exercise, but they can be used for obviously core strength. They can also be used to help with shoulder stability. So when I teach this, I like to start on knees, and I do knees hip width apart. Hips are flat, so we think about tucking our tailbone under. And if you try this, when you go from that anterior tilt, so that's where your bum is sticking out, and you tuck that tailbone under, you should feel your abs engage. Making sure that we start with our hands directly below our shoulders. Okay, so knees hip width, tailbone tucked under, hands set up directly across shoulders. I'm going to roll out as far as they can without losing that open hip position and that ribs tucked position that we like in gymnastics. And so notice that I'm not rolling all the way back and bringing the wheel all the way back to my knees. So I like to do them back to that start position. So yeah, I would probably just do 5 or 6 reps here. And that's my 3 bar warm-up activation exercises. Handstands and kips in a row. Now I've got a drill set up on a little bar I want to do that I've been getting my squad to do with the T trainer. I'm trying to teach her not to bark. Good girl. So yeah, I'll see how that goes. I'm going to show you how we can start this drill for littles, so they can keep their hips flat in a back hip circle. then you can give this one a go. You can do it with a mini tramp. It's just the T-trainer with the slope and the no metal bar at the front edge just makes it less scary for the kids, and also just you've got a lot more room for error on the tramp bed. So you're gonna go, I am really, really picky about my straps. Left hand, don't care. Right hand, it just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've got a bigger wrist on my right side. Anyways. Okay, so we're gonna go jump to horizontal, or just jump to chest in, back hip circle. It'll teach you to start the movement by leaning back with your shoulders. Then you can jump. My next step, if they can do that, is a dishy back hip circle. And you can see there that I had a little bit of pop, and you heard the bar click. So that starts to change the movement pathway from, I don't know where you are, a circle, starts to change it to an oval. And if you think about a clear hip to handstand, the movement pathway does not travel equally like a circle. You want it to be fast to under the bar and then fast above the bar. So it's going to change it from a circle to more of an ellipse or an oval movement pathway. And that's the way I visualize it. They can choose which jump they go on. So they can take their time and they can get a really good jump where they feel like they've got their body position under their control, and then go into the back hip circle or the clear hip. And so it makes kids feel like they've got a bit more control. It takes away the variable of the cast and how cast can be different heights. And yeah, it starts the clear hip or the back hip circle with their shoulders either above the bar or behind the bar, as opposed to if they were doing a normal cast, their shoulders would be well in front of the bar. And for the gymnasts that I've used it for, it is helping them learn that when you do a clear hip correctly, it is easy. When you use the technique, as opposed to trying to muscle it, it just pops. And they don't have to do much. All they've got to do is, my cues are, jump, push on the bar with your hands and get your ribs in. And then, like I said, it's either a dishy back hip circle to begin with, or just start trying to go around the bar without letting your body touch the bar. Also allows to get so many more reps in. And that's the other, like, just bonus of the T-trainer, is they can not make it over. Same thing with the clear hip. If you rebound back into the T-trainer, that's not a big impact. You're just going to hit your heels on a trampoline, which should feel fine. Oof, and these are tight. Honestly, I know, like, I'm not the best gymnast, and I'm not trying to be, but I swear there is so much value in trying what your athletes are doing, personal experience with what you're asking them to do. From standing over there, it looks so simple, but from up here with your hands strapped to the bar and you're on a trampoline and you're jumping and you're like, ugh, you hesitate. And like, there is just so much to be said for the empathy that trying and doing gymnastics gives a coach. Like, I'm not saying you have to do gymnastics to coach gymnastics, but like, it will have a very significant impact on your approach and your perspective. Try the drill before you get your kids to do the drill. I know that's not within everybody's capacity, but man, it is valuable. These actually don't hurt my wrists today. They do make me a bit dizzy though. And the toe kind of hurts. Anyways, once again, lots of reps. Oh. They're fun. scary before you do them, and then fun once you get it. Time for giant to fly away. These are good, best they've ever been. Oh, watch me fall. And I want to bring back double backs, but I am currently too scared to do them here because I may have done it a little while ago and landed with my face on the double mini. So we don't want to repeat that. I'm too scared to do them into the pit. Sorry, the airbag. But I can't get access to a pit. The nearest pit that has an adult like class that is available to me that has a bar is an hour and a half away. I'm going there on Saturday with my squad, but they're training and I'm coaching. Anyways, so we're just going to do some and try to make the flyaways even better so that maybe I will just go, never mind, I'll just do it here because life is too short to wait for a pit. I'm impatient. Let's see. Did not like the chalk situation then. That squeaking was my grip on the bar because the chalk came off. Take two. Probably only going to do 2 or 3 sets of these. Let's see if the chalk stays on my grip this time. I'm going to try to gain a bit more speed in the giants because those ones are a bit slower than I like. And I'm going to try to be a little bit more aggressive with my tap into the flyway. And I'm going to try to hit the handstands at the start. One thing at a time. I don't know. I don't feel like I have heaps of control today. I feel a bit heavy. Is this like listening to the noises on the bar? Is that like gymnastics ASMR? Like, I could definitely do without the hearing my breathing. Let's go. Yes. There we go. Okay. The giants were better, but the flyaway was a bit long. Okay. And the handstand was better. Hello, princess. I think I'm gonna finish training now because I can't really do anything else. Can't do beam, can't do vault, and I can't do floor because I literally can't walk properly because my toe it feels bruised. Honestly, toes of an 80-year-old. I might go home and do a bit of strength at my house and maybe jump in my ice bath. Change of plan. I decided while I'm warm, and I'm going to do strength now at the gym. So we're going to start off with hip thrusts. Got 50 kilos on the bar. I will have, hopefully, by the time this video is up, I will have uploaded a video with a week of strength training and all the exercises that I'm currently doing for strength training and a few tips for things such as hip thrusts. So if I have already uploaded that, I will link it in the description. Alright, so we're doing 8 reps. Here, hip thrust is my worst lift.
even though for most people it's the easiest. I find it hard to target my glutes and hammies and not my erectors or my lower back. Also find it hard to count. Like, I think I'm up to 6, but I don't know. Man, it is hot in this corner of the gym. Alright, I'm going to superset that with
for me to sign off. Me and the bean. Say goodbye, Ruby. Gonna watch the sunset. Read a bit of my book. Enjoy the views and this beverage. Cheers.